two-part question. Spoon mentioned that you're playing through injury right now. I'm just kind of curious what you're playing through and also just kind of how you felt doing a full 40-minute work week today.
I'm fine. I mean, no excuses. Like, I'm fine. So, we'll move on from that.
And then for both of you guys, obviously 3-point production was a bit of a focus today. Just kind of how do you feel that part of your game opened up tonight, and how can you maybe continue to, kind of live that part of your shooting throughout the rest of this week?
I think part of that came, I think they said that we had 20-something assists on 30-something field goals, which is good. I think that we were moving the ball, finding the open person. And so, yeah, just there's confidence in that. Rachel kind of started that off for us, hitting very, very big shots, keeping us in the game in the first half. And then, yeah, I kind of just found ways where, I was kind of just open in the corner, and my teammates just found me through that.
We'll go to Carly Bell.
I know film will show things more so after the game, but what kind of stood out to you guys as to what broke down in the fourth quarter that allowed Phoenix to run away with it?
I don't know. I think that they just kind of went to what they knew worked, which is just BG. I know obviously BG's an amazing player. She's able to get really low, tough steals, and yeah, they just kind of went to what worked and kind of rammed it down our throats, and we just couldn't really find a way to mitigate that. So yeah, they're a veteran team with a lot of experience, and I think that kind of showed in the last few minutes of the fourth quarter.
And then Spoon said, as she addressed the crowd, that you were not done yet. What does that just have to say about the development that this team has had from the start of the season to now, and what can be building forward as you look forward towards future seasons as well?
I mean, I wasn't
Right, I know, Rachel.
I wasn't here in the beginning, obviously, but just like the time that I've been here, I've seen like a lot of growth. We've had a lot of ups and downs, and we still have so much more to show. And I think you guys kind of see that. You see like really good moments from us, and then times when like we look really young, But I look forward to. I mean, we still got 2 more games, so we're really just focused on the next one at this point, instead of just future. But I think that this franchise has a bright future ahead, no doubt. But we're really focused on going into Atlanta and doing our thing.
Yeah, I think we all have 13 wins, us, Washington, and Atlanta. So we're not out like Coach Cheesecombe said. So yeah, that's motivation enough.
We'll get back to Julia, then Alyssa, then Andy.
You guys kind of touched on just what BG was able to do in that fourth quarter, and with having Camilla out, just kind of having to keep making these adjustments with the group bigs going down. How do you guys kind of adjust that approach with having both Camilla and Angel being in and out of those rotations?
I think it's hard, obviously. Like, BG's a monster. Like, she's one of the best players in our league, and she's 6'8", and she's so experienced, so it's hard. But I think we kind of talked about in a timeout that us guards need to do a better job of, like, getting deflections, making the pass into BG hard. Like, the best way to stop a really good player is to not let them even get the ball. And so I think that we just, like, going forward need to, like, really lock in on that and just make catches harder for best players on the other team. It can't be easy.
Yeah, Angela and Camilla are both very good players for a lot of staples of our defense. And so, but things happen. Injuries happen. You can't really predict that. So it's kind of has to be just a kind of like a team mentality. Where we're kind of having to stop something, limit something like PG in these moments.
We'll go to Alyssa from on the right.
Michaela, there was a moment early in the second quarter where I think you had missed a shot and you just got a little frustrated. Maybe you had missed a couple, and Kennedy kind of grabbed you. And after that, I think you made like your next 5 shots. Do you remember that moment? And I guess just how did it feel to just know that your teammates got you like that?
Yeah, I do remember that moment, and I was frustrated, and so it's always nice to have a teammate just to kind of keep your head up during that moment. And it was really short, really quick interaction, but it was just like I got you. And so that just kind of shows the mentality of our team. Is we've been through a lot this season, a lot behind the scenes as well. But we always try to show up for each other. And so I think that was a very good moment, and I appreciate Kennedy in that moment as well.
And then Rachel, did you have any just like a general message to the team after a game like this?
I mean, it's hard. Like, I feel like we've lost a lot of these games, like, really close. And a loss is a loss. But I like I said, like, I do see growth from us, and it's encouraging. I think that we did fight. It wasn't like a lack of effort thing, which is good. You never want to have to deal with that. So, I mean, you kind of have to have a short memory. I mean, let's continue to take what we did today and take it into Atlanta and even another notch, because I think we did some really great stuff. We moved the ball incredibly well, and that's something that we have talked about game after game, is like the ball gets stuck this inning. So yeah, I mean, just there's no like moral like victories in this, but it's just like we gotta just keep going. I mean, just keep getting better, keep growing, and things are gonna get better.
We'll go to Andy, then Zachary.
Yeah, Rachel, you talk about moving the ball well. You yourself had a personal season high in assists with 7. Is there anything, along with you hitting from downtown, that you saw that looked good on the offense for you to get the ball flowing like that?
Yeah, I think just like our spacing was so fun today. Like, I do think starting 4 guards changes that dynamic, of course, because we have to space the floor, and that's how we are. And I feel like when me and Mick were on the same side and we got them in rotation because of Allen's driving or Kennedy's, one of us were getting a shot, and then I was able to give an extra to Mick or vice versa. So the spacing was just really fun today, and we got really good movement. And even our bigs that were in, like Izzy, played super active, and she doesn't sit in the paint either. She's on the, you guys saw she hit some perimeter shots. So I think just our spacing and our sharing of the ball was just really fun today.
We'll go to Zachary.
This is for both of you. Just going off of that, you all really did a good job of protecting the ball pretty well today. How important was it going into the game? I mean, what was said in terms of making sure that you guys were kind of taking your time, pushing the tempo, controlling the pace of the game? How important was that going up against a team like Phoenix with their defense?
Yeah, we knew, statistically, they're not a team that turns teams over a lot, and so we knew that sometimes we are prone to turning the ball over, so we didn't want to give extra possessions. And so I think we only had 7, which is really good for us, and that's really good. Just creating possessions for ourselves, creating opportunities for ourselves, because once we turn the ball over, it gets kind of sticky with us. So I think that was really good. Obviously, like Rachel said and touched on, we moved the ball really well. We were able to get a lot of assists, that turnover rate, so that's good moving forward and something we need to continue to do.
Last couple, we'll go to Carly.
Mick, we've kind of seen you all season kind of rotate where you're playing, coming in as either as high as a 2 or sometimes as low as a 4. Today you kind of played as a 3 and a 4, can move up to a 2. What are some things that you've kind of focused on to make yourself so versatile to be able to play 1 through 5?
Definitely not a 1 or a 5. Absolutely not. I don't know. I think that, in this league, every year you have to find ways to add to your game. And I know coming into this league, I was kind of like a stretch 4 in New York. And that kind of changed when I went to Phoenix, and it changed when I came here as well. And so I think just adaptability is it's just being a pro. And I try to show up every single day and do that and be very consistent in that. And that has meant a lot of different positions for me. And I never want to be in a position where it's like, oh, we can't play Mick because she can't do this or she can't do that. And so I think versatility is so important in this league, and it's something I've prided myself on for a very long time. And so I've been able to show a little bit of that this season, just being, in a few different positions. So yeah, I think it's just being a pro, being consistent, and being versatile.
Any more players?